Okay, so now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome our the next speaker. Uh, Her name is Elsa Villarreal from Educational Administration and Human Resource Development, Texas A&M University from the USA. But actually, she have come, but we will play the video record of her presentation only for this session. And our participant, you can raise some question after the video card have finished. You can raise some question. Thank you.
This conference will now be recorded.
Greetings. The title of this presentation is Virtual Mentoring and Coaching for Future School Principals. My name is Elsa Villarreal, and I'm a PhD candidate at Texas A&M University in College Station, Texas. I'm also a project coordinator for Accelerated Preparation of Leaders for Underserved Schools, which is also known as A+. A+ is a $13.7 million project funded by the Supporting Effective Educator Development, also known as SEED grant program within the U.S. Department of Education. I work with the first component of this grant in a principal preparation program. The principal preparation program includes a master's degree program in educational administration and preparation for the Texas Principal Certification exams. Educators must pass these exams in order to be certified by the state to practice in Texas K-12 public schools. The master's program is 100% online and has a duration of 4 semesters with a residency practicum. Courses range 5 weeks each, with a practicum that is a duration for 3 semesters. Virtual mentoring and coaching is provided throughout the entire program. Upon completion of the master's program, our principal candidates will be prepared to lead schools serving English learners and economically challenged students. Traditionally, most principal preparation programs include some type of mentoring and coaching, but due to geographic and financial barriers, school leaders and teachers from high poverty and rural districts tend to receive less support, as noted by Johnson et al. 2016. Indeed, these barriers can affect a principal preparation program. Moreover, competent virtual mentors must also have a good grasp on the understanding and use of the types of technology employed in mentorship. Competent principal mentoring literature parallels the broader field, indicating several of the same mentor characteristics and practices that lead to effective mentorship. As noted, Kumar and Co. 2017, Kumar and Johnson, Scheitel 2010. Trustworthiness, good listening, and being supportive are some of those characteristics. But these characteristics generally stem from the face-to-face mentoring research. Technological advancements have led to virtual mentoring and coaching as an alternative to face-to-face mentoring and coaching and educator preparation programs. Virtual mentoring and coaching involves asynchronous and synchronous communication measures, such as video conferencing, webinar trainings, or virtual discussion boards. The advantage to VMC, or virtual mentoring coaching, lies in the potential to connect people around the world from different backgrounds, flexibility with time, and little geographical and cultural constraints. The purpose of this study was to employ a qualitative video analysis technique to analyze the essential components of a virtual mentoring and coaching in a principal preparation program and identify critical strategies that emerge during the virtual mentoring and coaching process to support principal candidates' leadership growth. Research question 1. What are the essential components of a virtual mentoring and coaching in a principal preparation program? Question 2. What critical strategies emerged during the virtual mentoring and coaching process that support principal candidates' leadership growth? The research design of this study is qualitative and based on videography, Erickson 2011. Specifically, we focused on video analysis based on the virtual mentoring and coaching sessions of 6 female principal candidates through the duration of a semester. We first conducted a general overview of each virtual mentoring and coaching sequence, and then outlined the sequence across the whole semester. The study included 36 virtual mentoring and coaching videos in total from 6 principal candidates. Each semester, the principal candidates in this study received virtual mentoring and coaching on the GoToMeeting video conferencing platform. They were mentored every other week from former bilingual principals based on a rubric reviewed by field experts for conceptual and face validity. We used NVivo, a software for computer-assisted qualitative data analysis, to code the video data. Inter-rater reliability was established and credibility was achieved by member checking. In our findings, research question number 1, what are the essential components of a virtual mentoring and coaching in a principal preparation program? We found 4 major domains to the virtual mentoring and coaching process. The first one, schema. The analysis of video data, we found that there were well-established routines and procedures. For example, there were agendas to every meeting. The coach and the principal candidate understood the responsibilities. The goals and the objectives of the sessions were understood by both parties. This guaranteed a seamless and efficient communication between the coach and the principal candidate. Second, coaching competency. The virtual mentor coaches demonstrated a solid instructional leadership knowledge and skills, including goal setting, curriculum management, classroom instruction supervision, resource acquisition and allocation, and student performance analysis. Note, these virtual mentoring coaches, again, they were retired bilingual principals. They had spent an enormous amount of time in the field as principals. They were also trained in the master's program, a master's program in Texas, and they were also Texas principal certified. So they were able to contribute to the knowledge and support our principal candidates. Third, the topics. Relevant academic topics included curriculum design, course assignments, and communication with course professors. Topics related to leadership skills and practice included developing a realistic and actionable school vision, evaluating and interpreting student performance, creating a collaborative working environment, building a culturally, socioeconomically responsive teaching and learning environment, and supporting English learners, being able to manage tasks, in a sense, multitask, and teacher supervision. And fourth, in the study, GoToMeeting, an online meeting software program with video conferencing, was used to connect the participants, the principal candidates, in other words, with their coaches. Both the coaches and the principal candidates mentioned that this type of virtual meeting, it was convenient due to fewer and time and geographic constraints. For instance, one of the principal candidates was in a different time zone, and these virtual meetings provided both parties flexible scheduling. This is a graphic representation of the number of leadership topics addressed in the virtual mentoring and coaching process within a given semester. The gray bars represent topics discussed throughout the semester. The orange bars represent topics discussed in the first 3 sessions of the semester of mentoring and coaching. And the blue bars represent the topics discussed in the 4th, 5th, and 6th sessions of the semester. Overall, we can see that the discussion about supporting English learners was the most frequently discussed topic across all sessions. Other topics that were mentioned, again, were the socioeconomic responsiveness, school vision development, collaboration, time management, resource allocation, interpreting student performance, and teacher supervision. Note that one of the courses alongside this virtual mentoring and coaching in the course sequence was, one of the assignments was that the students were tasked with doing a curriculum audit with English learners in mind. And so we can see in reflection, most of the talk with their virtual mentor coaches was about supporting English language learners. We could see that that was throughout the entire semester. The findings for research question 2. What critical strategies emerged during the virtual mentoring and coaching process that support principal candidates' leadership growth? We found 5 virtual mentoring and coaching strategies that emerged from the data. First was a personal connection. During the virtual mentoring and coaching sessions, the coaches served as active listeners, and they built a rapport with the principal candidate, and this allowed the principal candidates to freely share their ideas and their experiences, whether they were experiencing something positive or negative. They felt comfortable and confiding with the virtual mentor coach. There was a trust that was established. Second, goal setting. The coaches established well-defined and actionable goals with the principal candidates. Third, reflective questioning. The coaches were proficient in asking open-ended questions, using paraphrasing techniques to probe reflection, rather than to just simply give the answers to the participants. Fourth, role modeling. During the virtual mentoring and coaching process, the coaches modeled cognitive activities such as self-reflection, self-awareness, and finally, resourcefulness. During the virtual mentoring and coaching process, these coaches were aware of the diverse resources available to assist these principals with their professional growth. As former practitioners, they knew about the resources included in instructional resources for classroom teaching, leadership development resources, and even available financial resources from the state government. Here is an example of a virtual mentoring and coaching interaction between the coach and the coachee. The coach is prompting the principal candidate to reflect on how she would be perceived if she were the principal. The coach is guiding the teacher on shifting her mindset from teacher to instructional leader. In this example, they're talking about a faculty meeting, and the coach is prompting the principal candidate to think about, to be an observer and think about how they would be perceived if they were leading the meeting. How would the faculty and teachers respond to them if they were leading the meeting? So this is definitely something a point of perspective and self-reflection that our coach is prompting our principal candidate. Unlike many mentoring and coaching studies, which evaluated the mentoring process solely based on self-reported participants' perceptions, and the direct analysis of our virtual mentoring process in the study promotes an objective and critical perspective in evaluating the mentoring and coaching process. We streamline our virtual mentoring and coaching process by applying a rubric. In conducting formative evaluations, we were able to make adjustments accordingly in lieu of making changes after a summative evaluation or waiting for the conclusion of the principal preparation program. Specifically, we were able to analyze recorded video, transcript data, whereas traditional face-to-face mentoring hasn't really been observable with that regard. This virtual mentoring and coaching structure, we believe, can be replicated across principal preparation programs to maximize effective mentoring and coaching beyond the traditional face-to-face principal preparation programs. On a final note, the COVID-19 pandemic caused Texas public schools to temporarily close and offer the option of either virtual instruction or face-to-face instruction. Regarding our master's program, the online coursework and virtual mentoring and coaching remain uninterrupted. Our coaches continue to serve as a source of support for our principal candidates. And currently our principal candidates, we have a principal candidate cohort that is approaching the second semester of their coursework. And again, this program has been uninterrupted because we are able to continue our coursework online, and our mentoring and coaching also continues online. Their practicum field-based activities are also online. And so we have not really seen an interruption in our program. This grant was a vision of our principal investigators, Dr. Beverly Irby, Dr. Rafael Lara Alessio, and Dr. Fui Tong. You can find more information about our grants through the center website. It's posted below. The name of our center is the Center for Research and Dual Language and Literacy Acquisition. Our website is posted at the bottom, credella.tamu.edu. And we look forward to maybe any services that we may be able to provide for you. And finally, my name is Elsa Villarreal. It's been a pleasure to share our research with you today. You can contact me at the email address posted with any questions regarding our grants and services. Thank you for your time.
Dr. Good morning from Cambodia, Doctor.
Hi, good morning. Greetings from Texas. In Texas A&M, we say howdy to say hello. So howdy from Texas. Thank you for joining my presentation. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. I noticed that there was one question in the chat, how to deal with principals who have a fixed mindset. This is very important because as principals sometimes can get stagnant in their learning process, as do teachers. This is why we need professional development for principals. Principals also need mentors. They are not the know-it-all. And it is very important to have a mentorship system for those that are aspiring principals, because they will go and model at the campus for those teachers. They are directly impacting those teachers. Very important. Thank you for your question. Regarding the fixed mindset, again, that is a critical conversation that must be had. Definitely in private and going over student achievement. The numbers The numbers do not lie, they tell the truth. And a principal wants to do well for his students, his or her students at the school. So there's always room for improvement. Great question. Could
How
you
about
list
one
some
more
of the
question?
challenges? I see a question in the chat lists some of the challenges of the VMC with the school principals. Our master's program is at the moment, because it is a special grant, it is intended for those that are studying to become a principal in Texas. So it was only available for Texas. Another requirement was that they had to be an elementary teacher. However, Texas A&M University does offer a master's program in educational administration, and anyone can sign up for that program. Anyone can apply. Another question, challenges of VMC. At this point, we have not really experienced any challenges, maybe a little bit of Wi-Fi connectivity issues every now and then. Those are more related to technology. On the whole, the students are very enthusiastic because they are aspiring leaders. So they're excited about learning something new. This is a professional growth for them in their future career as a principal. The next question, could you tell me successful mentoring in your career? My mentors, I've had so many mentors along the way. Some were formal, some were informal. I think it's important to have both. You need a mentor to help you personally with your personal and self-growth character, and another one for leadership skills. And you need a mentor as well in the job, in your profession, so that you can strive to be better every day. I think we still have some minutes left in our session. Thank you. I see another question. Are there any studies to measure the impact of virtual mentoring and coaching with school principals on teachers and students? In our grant, we are studying the impact of virtual mentoring and coaching on the school principal candidates. Once they graduate, we do collect school data by campus level for improvement. Texas schools are given a grade. They're under school accountability, and we do follow the school ratings and compare that also to our leaders and their competency. But there is still more research that is needed in this area. We invite you to contribute as well to the research. These are great questions.
Maybe this one is the last question.
Oh, okay. Okay. I've really enjoyed, being able to connect with everyone in Cambodia. And this is an honor for me. And I hope to continue a collaboration. I left my email on the presentation if you have any other questions that you can think of after today's presentation. I wish everybody a happy holiday.
Oh, you have another question here. Can you read and answer?
You have, yes, I see a question there. You have mentioned about formal mentoring and virtual mentoring. So how many kind of mentoring? In our virtual mentoring and coaching sessions, our mentors talk to our principal candidates regarding their personal balance. Their work and personal balance is very important in leadership. So in our mentors, they talk to the person as a whole, holistically. How are you doing? How are you coping with the stress of your job, the stress that can come from academics, and your commitment for family, for instance? So that is the type of the informal mentoring. That's an example. Some of the virtual formal mentoring that our coaches also provide is that our principal candidates are enrolled in coursework and they're completing assignments. Our mentors help them navigate those assignments because they were former principals themselves. They have also been through a similar master's program in principal preparation. For instance, these students that are doing these assignments, whether it's a curriculum audit or they're observing other teachers, our mentor coaches help them be able to get through the coursework. They help them self-reflect as well to be a future leader. And so those are just some of the examples of informal and formal mentoring. But remember, if you are a mentor, everyone needs a mentor. We cannot go and be these excellent, outstanding leaders without help. We cannot do it by ourselves. So it's important to rely on mentorship and mentor others. But I always like to say, even the mentor needs a mentor sometimes.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for your answer. Okay, we have another question here. Okay, can you see it?
Sure. Among those mentoring, which one is more effective? The formal and the informal, I cannot say one is above the other. They are both equally important in the success of a leader. There are so many aspects to great leadership. The components of leadership come from good communication skills, from being an empathetic, good listener, understanding the cultures of others, having the skills to form partnerships with the parents in the community of the school. So those are all examples of skills that are needed for mentoring. And that pulls not only on the skill set that one learns in a textbook, there is also a skill set that is personal, and that has to come with interaction, with practice, self-reflection, and also a personal stance. As we lead by our beliefs, and that very much impacts our leadership. So that's where the personal mentoring comes in. Both are very equally important, crucial to building an outstanding profile of a leader. So the effective tools of mentoring that we found were addressed in research question 2. We saw that the mentors made a personal connection. They also prompted the principal candidates for self-reflection. They did not just give them the answer to the homework. They helped them self-reflect so that they could find the answer on their own, but with a little bit of guidance. I think in research question 2, and that we will find some effective tools of mentoring. I'll go back and check real quick on the notes. I think it was, let's see, personal connection, goal setting, reflective questioning, role modeling, and that mentor being able to have the knowledge to be resourceful, being able to guide that principal candidate on where to find the answer and resources to help them with their schoolwork and with their leadership on the day campus. Many of these principal candidates remained as teachers or instructional coordinators, and then they studied their master's program, participating in the classes online at night or on the weekends. It's a truly dedicated cohort. We're very proud.
Okay, thank you, Doctor, for your meaningful topic today, and a lot of questions, and you have answered already. Okay, now it is time to go to the end of this session. So I would like to express my thanks for your presentation, and you can have a break, and we will move to the next presenter.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It's been an honor. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. ជម្រាបលា